You are now tuned in to The Money Zone with your host, Folasade, the accountant for entrepreneurs. The time is now, your future waits, your money matters, make no mistake, it's not too late to dominate, so don't delay, get your money straight. The money zone, together we'll achieve your goals. We're building wealth, you're not alone. So don't delay, get your money straight. You are now tuned in to The Money Zone with your host, Folasade, the accountant for entrepreneurs. The time is now, your future waits, your money matters, make no mistake, it's not too late to dominate, so don't delay, get your money straight. The money zone, together we'll achieve your goals, we're building wealth, you're not alone, so don't delay, get your money straight. You are now tuned in to The Money Zone with your host.
Hey guys, welcome to The Money Zone. I'm your host, Folasade, the accountability accountant, guys. I'm like so pumped up to be back. Like you don't even know. It's been 3 weeks for me. Everybody else had like a 2-week hiatus. I ended up taking 3 weeks to try to get a little, ended up going blank in terms of content, and that happens sometimes when you're creating your content and for so many different platforms. But guys, if you're new to The Money Zone, I'm Folasade, the accountability accountant, guys. I help entrepreneurs achieve both their business and financial goals by incorporating their accounting and bookkeeping into their businesses to teach them how to save money in their business, dominate their industry, and basically protect their bottom line. So if you're an entrepreneur, get on my calendar, subscribe to our mailing list at bit.ly/Folasade live. Subscribe to my mailing list. I always have some good little goodies going out every Friday, talking about small businesses, your money, and just everything. So follow me. Guys, okay, so a lot have literally happened since the show kind of went on our season break. In my mind, I said, you know what, this is season 2 of The Money Zone. So we're in season 2 of The Money Zone. So we're talking about JayZ and his reportedly $1 billion valuation. And that's the accounting terminology for what they assume he's worth. JayZ, his $1 billion valuation. We're also talking about your estimated tax payment due dates. If you filed an extension, what you need to do. And then last but not least, getting your bookkeeping in order, guys. This is the time now. Tax season is over with. It's time to knuckle up and get your bookkeeping in order. So we're going to take a quick break, but don't forget, if you're a small business, we are looking for small businesses to spotlight on RIP Radio Network and all of my social media platforms. I think over the course of maybe 2 years, I've gotten over close to 1 million views on all of my social media platforms, all of my live streams. So your business will definitely be in the eyesight of entrepreneurs, because I get a lot of business from my platform as well. So if you're a small business, definitely inquiry about being spotlighted. You don't want to miss out. So guys, we'll be right back. guys, welcome back. Okay, so look, I should like really dance for y'all. So I had told myself I should dance to the show since I'm like back, but no, since this is a financial show, right? And we're like the only one of the two conservative shows on Rip Radio Network. We're going to keep it that way. It's like no, guys, I'm excited. So JayZ, if you have not heard, if you haven't heard, you've been living under a rock. Like I don't know where you are. Come on out, and come say hi to everybody. So JayZ, the first African American music mogul, was reportedly worth $1 billion, guys. So like I said, I don't know about you guys, but the hype is there. The internet streets, everybody, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, every feed, BuzzFeed, Medium, CNN, everybody attracted to this Forbes article stating that JayZ is worth $1 billion. So I'm like, okay, you know, I had to go look at the details because the moment you say reportedly worth, that's accounting. So like, for example, guys, when you say, oh, my business is worth, you have to do accounting to know what your business is worth. So when they say JayZ is reportedly worth $1 billion, I'm like, okay, show me the numbers, Sway. Where are the numbers? Show me the numbers, right? Show me the numbers, right? Where are the numbers? So they ended up pulling out the numbers, guys, and they basically broke it down like this. And it all did come up to like $1 billion. So they say since he owned Aces of Spade, it's worth about $310 million. He have cash investments of $220 million. His ownership in Douce, if I'm even saying it right, I don't really drink tequila or brown liquor anyway, $100 million. His stake in Tidal, $100 million. Rock Nation, 75. His music catalog, 75. His art collection, 50. No, his art collection 70, and then his real estate collection is 50. If you were to calculate all of those millions, right, that does come to a reportedly $1 billion, okay? So I'm like pumped up. So the numbers are like, okay, they look right. And then I'm wondering, because you know I'm the accountability accountant, I'm like, okay, so how would I now allow my entrepreneurs to understand that if JayZ is not doing accounting and accounting for his stakes in Douce, accounting for his business, Ace of Spade Winery, if he didn't account for his title, his stake in Tidal and everything else, then guess what? He wouldn't know what he's worth. Forbes wouldn't be able to figure out what he's worth. I wouldn't be able to figure out what he's worth. So the numbers really matters, guys. If you are trying to say that your business is worth XYZ, you need to be able to pull out your balance sheet. Okay? Pull out your balance sheet. Your balance sheet shows you exactly how much income, how much revenue you have in your business. It also shows you your liabilities, the debts that you own in your business, and then last but not least, your owner's equity, the equity that you own within your business. As you can see on the screen, just to be able to figure out JayZ's net worth, you have to have a balance sheet. The balance sheet clearly shows you on the left-hand top side all of your assets. Accounts receivable says how much people owe. See, look, JayZ accounts receivable may not even be right, guys, because what about the people on the street that owe money, right? But look, cash, his banks, the amount of money he have in his bank account, all of his assets, that's his real estate, his investments with Uber, his art collection, all of that stuff is on the left-hand side, okay? If you own any patents, those are what we call their intangible assets, okay? On the right-hand side, the top side, that's his debt. That's his liability. That's the money that JayZ owed to people. Those are the mortgages that he owned. And then also, to be really honest with you, if we were to say from an individual perspective, which we're going to show you next, same thing. How much do you owe on your car note? How much you owe on this? Your liability. So to be able to know what JayZ net worth is, to really be honest with you, Forbes, I'm sorry to say it, boo, you need JayZ's balance sheet, his personal net worth. You cannot just make assumptions. And see, to be honest with you, though, the number's not even completely accurate because we have to also take into account the taxes. So if you go and stay, I was like, okay, how did he get these numbers? You know, guys, I had to dig. I'm like, okay, where did he get these numbers from? So he basically said to calculate JayZ's net worth, we looked at the artist's stakes in companies like Ace of Spades and applying customary discounts to private firms. He owns 100% of Aces of Spades and a partial ownership of other companies. Then he said they added up his total income, subtracting a healthy amount to account for the superstar lifestyle. We checked our numbers with a roster of outside experts to ensure that these estimates were fair and conservative. Turns out JayZ really is a businessman. That's what the Forbes author basically said. But let's really put the cards on the table right now. If we don't account for every dollar, let's say all of JayZ's recurring monthly expenses, then we're not gonna know if he's really worth $1 billion. Okay, we don't know if he have mortgages on any of those properties that he owned. We don't know if title is subject to lawsuits or have any pending debt. We don't really know none of the details. So to be really honest with you, Forbes might be right, they may not be right. I'm not saying it's on the money zone to discredit anybody, but for you to know your net worth, for you to know what your business is worth, for you to know what your household is worth, right? You have to incorporate your financial statements, which is derived from you doing your accounting. So JayZ and Forbes, show me the balance sheet, baby, so we can really see what you really worth. So Trump, if you can go to the personal worth calculator. So that's almost the same. So if you look at it from a personal standpoint, it asks you how much cash do you have in your business. I mean, how much cash do you have on hand? So that's how much money you have in your bank account right now. So if you check your bank account right now, if it says $2,000, that's an asset. If it says negative $1,000, that's a debt, because that means you owe the bank. But regardless, the way that they calculated JayZ's net worth is the same way that you as a business owner have to calculate your net worth. And the same way, if you aren't a business person, or if you are, you have to count your personal finances as well, so you can know what your household is worth. See, that's the thing. By doing this, doing your personal net worth and really looking at this JayZ situation and asking yourself, what is my household worth? You will probably realize that either you overspending, or guess what? You living beyond your means, or you have debt that you didn't even know. Like, guys, to be really honest with you, let's look at this JayZ situation as a learning experience. If you don't have your financial statements, Forbes will not be able to make these drastic assumptions about what your net worth is. So guys, we're going to take a quick break. Go ahead on and share the video. If you're watching us live, go ahead on and tune in as well at RadioNetwork.com. We'll be right back. But guys, I'm excited for JayZ. I hope he's worth $1 billion. And to be really honest with you, I'm actually excited that someone in the culture, someone that's brown skinned, and someone like that comes from the majority of where most African Americans come from, which is the gutter or what we call the hood, is now profiting and benefiting from our lifestyle and the culture. So, for example, now every time you guys pop a bottle in the club, at least JayZ is benefiting from it. Where at first, to be honest with you, we've never had our foot into the wine and spirits industry. So this is an eye-opening experience for us, and this actually can pave the way for other entrepreneurs to really make their liquors have massive distribution and to make it a lifestyle. So I'm actually excited for the dude. But guys, let's look at this from an entrepreneur standpoint. For you to be able to know where your business is and where your business is going, guys, you need to understand your accounting. And I'm seeing so many entrepreneurs miss this major step. And if you ever, you may not want to be nowhere near as successful as JayZ, and the odds of getting there may be slim. However, whatever you are, just to make your little six figures, $100,000 or $200,000 or $1 million, you are going to have to incorporate your accounting regardless. And to be honest with you, I would, if you really want to know what your business is worth, pull out your balance sheet. It tells you. It shows you if your business is accumulating a lot of debt. It tells you if your business has any value. And to be honest with you, that is what lenders or your future venture capitalists or that future investor will look at to see whether or not your business is an asset. Does it have any value? What is it worth? So many entrepreneurs don't understand that to get to the level that JayZ is, or to even get slightly at $200,000 or $100,000 income, it's going to require you to do your accounting, okay? Regardless. Okay, so now it's so much going on. Where are we? We're in the last month of the second quarter. So July is about to be here. So guys, we're about to go right into our money segment of the Money Zone on RipRadioNetwork.com. If you have any questions, or if you want to ask questions about the JayZ situation, give me a call, 301-232-5700. Give me a call. I would love to have your discussion. Like, oh, Folasade, do you think the numbers are realistic? And I'm going to be honest with you, for the numbers to end in zero, they aren't accurate, okay? Anytime you give an accountant any type of numbers and it all have zeros, just know our red flag triggered has came on, because no financial statements that I've ever saw that were legit ended in zeros. So for all of you that is claiming tax deductions with all zeros, or you're not tracking all of your expenses and you're just jotting down information to file your taxes, then if it has a zero in every category, that is a problem. And then another thing, if they don't account for JayZ and Beyonce's lifestyle, they will never know if he is on billionaire status, because for him and her lifestyle, it may take them around maybe $10 million a year just to survive, maybe. That's counting their payroll, that's counting their taxes, that's counting their mortgages and their rent and their travel, their jets, and all of that stuff. And that goes out to you too. Even if you want, or even if you don't like accounting at all, you have to know how much money you're bringing in and how much money that's going out. I was going to say that you are spending. Okay, so guys, we're going to take a 1-minute break, and then I'll be right back for segment 2 of the Money Zone. We're going to be talking about estimated tax payments if you filed a tax extension, and what you need to be doing as an entrepreneur right now since tax season is over. We'll be right back. Just one quick little minute. Hey guys, welcome back to the Money Zone. I'm your host, Folasade, the accountability accountant. Guys, if you're not following me on all things social media, please do. It's Folasade, the accountant. And don't forget to subscribe to our mailing list at bit.ly/Folasade Live. Guys, you don't want to miss out on my every Friday emails and content and everything else. So it is June 10th, right? And guys, just a disclaimer, my birthday is in 11 days. I will be 34 years old. I'm excited. Not really doing too much of anything, but yeah, just had to let you guys know my birthday is in 11 days. So it's a lot going on for June. So right now we're getting close to your estimated tax payments being due. On June 17th, if you owed taxes last year that exceeded $1,000, so when you filed your tax return this year, right, on April 15th, and if you owed $1,000 or more, you are subject to make estimated quarterly tax payments. And boo, your due date is June 17th. You need to go ahead on and calculate what your estimated tax payments will be for the second quarter. And if you don't know how to do that, don't forget to give us a call in the office. We can possibly help you in getting that done. 202-618-1297. So what is all this estimated tax payments? So first off, the IRS is like, you know what, y'all small businesses, y'all get away with too much. Because if you don't know, as a business owner, we have the luxury of making a massive amount of money, limitless amount of money, millions and millions and hundreds of millions, hundreds of thousands, $50, whatever you want to make in your business, right? But we don't have to pay taxes like employees right away. Okay, so if you think about it, if you've ever worked for a company, which many of us did, when you worked your hourly, you know, you got your little paycheck, before you get the, you're like, right? You get the check, right? And then you look at it, Uncle Sandra took their taxes, it's Social Security, and Medicare and everything else has been withdrawn out of your taxes as an employee before you get your money. But as a business owner, that's not the case. As a business owner, you get to make as much money as you want, okay? There's no cap on that. And then also, all of your business expenses are then deducted from your income, which now brings you to your net income, or what they say your net profit, right? Or your net loss, okay? So, guys, if your business is profitable and you owed taxes last year, you will be subject to estimated tax filing penalty if you do not pay the correct amount of taxes. So if you're not sure what the correct amount of tax is, don't forget, holler at me. We can definitely help you out. But why is this important? This actually helps entrepreneur prevent from owing IRS so much money at the end of the year. I have clients now, they're just a lot of newcomers this year. They're owing IRS in the upwards of $30 and $40 and $50 and $60,000. And in this particular tax year, few of them owed $9,000, $10,000, $15,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. Remember, these are kind of, high income earners, and they're all self-employed. So they don't have taxes being withdrawn throughout the year. But the problem with that is one year comes and then the other one is right behind it. So this year you filed your taxes, you owed $15,000. And guess what? Now you have to make an estimated tax payment for 2019. Taxes are due. So guys, my advice to any of you, don't wait to pay your taxes when the tax return is due. Pay it throughout the year during the normal due date, which is your quarterly estimated tax payments. And your second payment is due on June 17th, guys. Go to irs.gov. And, they have some details there. And then we also have something in our resource center specific for our tax clients. So if you are a tax client of mine and you're watching this and you need to file estimated tax payments, you need to go into the resource center and go all the way to the bottom. It says accounting, and you will see where it says estimated tax payments. And read that worksheet. Follow the instructions. You'll be able to send in your estimated tax payments on your own. So that's one thing. That's just estimated tax payments, guys. You want to do that. Because, see, this is the thing. Many of you are now in that phase where your business is making money and you're getting a good little routine. Get a rhythm as well with paying your taxes. You don't want to mess yourself up. You don't want to go around trying to run from IRS when in turn you're hurting your business in the future, because your taxes need to be paid if you're trying to buy a house, okay? You need not to be on IRS if you're trying to go and take your business to new heights. So guys, let's make sure we get our financial house in order. And if you know you owe money last year, make sure you pay those estimated tax payments. So look, that ain't even it. So what else we got going on? So outside of the estimated tax payments, right? All of you that filed your extension. So this year, the data says that this was the first year with an enormous amount of extensions. Everybody's confused. Everybody's confused. Like, oh my gosh. The Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, aka Trump tax law, right? Screwed everybody over. I'm scared to file. I already owe from last year. I'm scared to file my taxes. Put an extension in. I think this year I put in an up to maybe 60 extensions this year. I normally do about, 25 to 40 extensions, but for me to do around 60 extensions this year, and that's not even including the people that just don't file for years, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, those are just normal recurring extensions that I'm just used to doing. But the ones with the newer clients and the recurring clients that normally file timely, a lot of people put in extensions because they were a little nervous about the Tax Cut and Jobs Act with all of this Trump changes, right? So the thing is this. Regardless of what's happening with politics, you are still responsible to file a timely tax return. So yes, you have up until October 15th to file that return, but it's time now that you start to get things in order. So for example, if you have not received all of your tax documents as of yet, you need to start reaching out to people. If you haven't done your bookkeeping for 2018, you need to go ahead on and start doing the bookkeeping for 2018. If you have not been tracking your mileage effectively, or you have been tracking your miles but you've been lazy and you didn't scroll right for business and left for personal, if you use Mile IQ, right? So you want to take some time and classify your mileage as well. So guys, this is really the time for you to start preparing to file your taxes. Do not wait until the last minute. I had a horrible experience last year where quite a bit of clients waited to the last minute to get me all of the paperwork right when it was time to file in the extensions, and I couldn't get all of them in. I couldn't get them all of them in. It's not possible if 50 clients are messaging you 2 days before the due date and you've emailed them every month reminding them to get you your paperwork, and then everybody say, here's everything 2 days prior. So you guys don't want to put your tax accountant in that situation, because in the end you will lose, because they're human. I'm human. It's only so much that I can do. So estimated tax payments, guys, June 17th, make those, okay? Then for all of you latecomers, I know you're worried about the Tax Cut and Jobs Act with Donald Trump, but file your taxes regardless. You have 3 years to amend the return and make any corrections, but you at least want to file the return. And to be honest with you, report says that audits are really low. I don't think so. I think what's happened is that they're not auditing a general amount of people now. I think they're more specific, and the small business division is where they're beefing up audits. So if you think that those reports are accurate, stating that, IRS initiatives to audit individuals are audit initiatives are low. No, what they're doing is they're shifting into this gig economy, the new entrepreneurship trend thing that's going on. So if you are a small business owner, it is time for you to get your stuff in order, because the IRS is hiring more and more small business revenue audit agents. And if you go on their website, you will see that they're putting ads out there for new audit, okay? Like, this is not just me saying it. They're putting the ad out there. They're looking for folks, okay? So they're looking for folks to get folks like you. So make sure you pay your estimated tax payments. And for all of you that filed an extension, don't run due to the changes. Make sure you file your taxes. So we're going to take a quick little break, and then we're going to go right into our next topic. Thank you, Trump. Hey guys, look, welcome back. I'm your host, Folasade, the accountability accountant, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my mailing list, bit.ly/Folasade Live, and follow me on all social media, Folasade the accountant. So we talked about your estimated tax payments being due June 17th, and we talked about you and all of your late filers. You need to make sure you start getting your things in order. But we're about to go right into why all of this really matters, though. Like so many of you guys, you know, you're building these businesses, you're starting these MLMs, you're just doing so much. And I'm just so excited for everything that so many of you entrepreneurs have going on right now. But it's really depressing to really see that many of you are not going to be here for the lifetime of your business. Many of you are not going to be here even after maybe 1 year from today. You're watching the Money Zone right now, as we will be here next year on RIP Radio Network. Not to jinx myself, by God's grace, because I know I'm going to be in business. But many of you aren't. Actually, 90% of you that watch the Money Zone will not be in business. And the main reason why is because you're not doing your bookkeeping. And, you know, you guys probably like, well, Folasade, is bookkeeping, accounting, whatever it is, you guys have to do it. I just don't understand, why are you putting everything that you've worked your life for at risk? Many of you are investing your life savings into your business, but you're not doing bookkeeping. So after 2 years of putting all of your 401k in, your business is still poor. Your business is still broke. You still don't have any clients. You've hired every coach over the sun and over the water. However, you haven't made any progress. And the reason why is because, 1, you didn't have accounting, and 2, you didn't have accountability. The moment that you get those two, many of you will achieve success beyond the heights that you ever dreamed, because whoever holds you accountable, right, will put the screws in your ass and say, you know what, girl, you've been BSing, boo. Or you know what, boo, you haven't been working as hard as you normally are. Whoever is your accountability partner, they will tell you, hey, step it up, boo. You're not doing what you promised. You have these goals, but you're not achieving those goals. And then also, your accounting is going to now tell you that you've made a mistake, that that's not working, or that product sucks, or guess what, you're overspending in marketing, or that your overhead is too much, or that decision that you made last month was a bad decision, or the amount that you want to purchase your products is too high. Many of you are struggling right now in your businesses because you refuse to do your accounting, and it's saddening to me, and I'm just very frustrated, because regardless, you're watching television, you're investing in everything else but your accounting. And the reason why you're investing into everything else is because you cannot see what's really happening inside of your business. And the only thing that shows you what's happening inside of your business is your accounting. Your fucking marketing don't do it. Your fucking sales don't do it. None of that does it. None of it. Your accounting tells you if your marketing sucked. Your accounting tells you if your sales are low. Nothing else tells you that but your accounting and bookkeeping. Straight up. So if you guys continue to keep running amok, continue to keep starting businesses, and continue to not incorporate your accounting, you will not be here next year. And it's sad to me that you're putting your family at risk. You're lying to your husbands. You're lying to your wives. You're lying to social media. You're lying. Well, you can't really lie to me because I see the numbers. You lying to yourself about what you're really doing, and guess what? When you know you're not really doing what you say you are doing, your accounting will show you if your actions are profitable. Your accounting will tell you if you are even making actions or making moves. So all of y'all, while y'all was in 2017, 2018 talking about Cardi B money moves, right? You were supposed to be looking at your financial statements like, okay, what money moves do I need to make to achieve the goals that I want in my business? But because majority of you are not looking at the numbers because you're scared, because you're so-called black, or whatever the case may be, you grew up poor, that is no fucking excuse. The moment you decided to be a CEO is the moment you decided to take everything into consideration when making strategic decisions. As a CEO, you could not be making good decisions without your numbers. As a CEO, you are required to know what's going on in your business, what's going on out of your business. Prime example, while I took myself to lunch today, QuickBooks then started offering bookkeeping services. I was like, here they go. then Wave has been bought or will be bought by H&R Block. I was like, us tax professionals are being hit and us accountants are being hit from every angle. But as the CEO, what I have to do, I have to observe the exterior factors, the exterior threats that impact my clients and impact my business. My team is not thinking about that. My staff is not thinking about what are we going to do to combat QuickBooks doing bookkeeping, and what are we going to combat, how are we going to combat H&R Block now having their own bookkeeping software. My team is not thinking about that. That is me as the CEO. And then also I have to say, okay, well, how much clients do we have? How many referrals can we get? How many of this? How many of this? So if you're one of my clients, you probably got a referral notice from me. So go ahead on, boo, fill out my little referral, because that's part of me mitigating whatever that QuickBooks and whatever the H&R Block and Wave got going on. Are you looking at the numbers and also using the instinct, the gut instinct that you as an entrepreneur have to make the strategic decisions in your business? And if you're not, I guarantee your business is failing. I guarantee if you're watching this right now and you're not doing your accounting and you're not looking at your financial statements, your business is struggling. I guarantee it. Give me $1,000. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. For every person that's not doing their accounting in their businesses, I guarantee your business is failing right now. No tea, no shade. Your business is failing. And the reason for it is because you are not doing your bookkeeping. So guys, if you want to know what you're supposed to be doing after tax season, you're supposed to be getting your numbers in order so you can look at them and understand them and figure out why is XYZ happening. Why did I make XYZ last month? What did I do? What didn't I do? How could I make things better? Okay? That's what you're supposed to be doing. And for all of you that think that bookkeeping is not useful, that you could do it yourself. So I just was featured in you'll see the publication pretty soon. And they asked me, do I think that entrepreneurs can really DIY their own accounting? And I had to be really brutally honest. No. No. You can do your accounting, but you may not be able to do it the way it's supposed to be done, or as consistent as it's required to be done. So you can try to DIY it, but it's not going to be right because you don't know the difference between debits and credits. You don't know what's the difference between tax purposes and book purposes. You don't know the difference between tax bases and book base. Like, guys, you just don't know. You don't know what's a depreciable asset and what's supposed to be considered equity and how do you claim equity and how do you do this. A lot of you guys don't even know the basics of how do you classify money income coming into my business and expenses coming out. And if you have no clue, DIYing your bookkeeping is not going to work because you're going to get the software just like every other entrepreneur that I've found. And I'm going to be really honest with you. Out of the thousands of entrepreneurs that I've worked with, I've only seen about 4 of them successfully do their own bookkeeping, and 2 of them was accountants. 2 of them had an accounting background. The other 2 was just so OCD. They paid me enough to train them. They recorded the videos. I recorded the videos, and they made sure they were able to maintain it. 4 people out of the 16 years of experience that I have in the accounting industry, I have not seen now one small business reconcile their bank statements, close out their books, do the adjusting entries. You guys have been fucking fooled. See, and I was asked, like, how did all of this happen? So you thought that because QuickBooks came out with their DIY bookkeeping software that you're able to do your accounting yourself? No. That's because they give you the tool. That don't mean you go shoot yourself. Just because they give you the gun, that don't mean you go pick it up and shoot yourself. No, it's not possible. And then honestly, it's stupid because the little amount of time and the little amount of money that you will actually pay an accountant to do your bookkeeping, you probably would have made that tenfold if you probably would have focused on what matters, and that's the numbers and the money. But many of you guys are worried about what's happening. Everybody else is like, what's going on with this person? What's going on with that? Social media media this. You stunting for social media. You guys, I'm seeing so many birthday shoots and it's just so much massive nonsense. And then this is why your businesses are not successful. How are you going to do a birthday photo shoot and your business is not making any money? Like, I'm just over it, guys. So look, I'm glad we almost done with the Money Zone. Like, guys, we said a lot today. Your accounting actually connect the dots between everything. JayZ probably wouldn't be as successful as he is till this day if I guarantee you he didn't look at the numbers. It's not possible. To amass that much of a fortune or to achieve a certain level of financial freedom and success, you have to be very aware of what's going on with the money that surrounds you. And a lot of you don't even know how much money you have coming in, and you see your paycheck every day. And a lot of you don't even know how much money you spend every month, and you pay the same stuff every month. But you want financial freedom. You want success. All of that stuff begins with you. The moment you know where you are in both your business state financially and your personal state financially, you are able to do the most for yourself, your business, and your family. If you don't know what you have, if you don't know what's coming in and what's going out, how are you going to be strategic? How are you going to finesse anything? How are you going to work things out? How are you going to be resourceful? How? Every person that used the numbers is probably dominating you right now in your industry. And if they're not dominating you in the industry, they don't have to, because the numbers are working in their favor. They don't have to sell as much product as you. They don't have to go live stream as much as you. They don't have to jump on every conference and try to be seen everywhere. They just look at the numbers, make decisions, launch the product, and move swiftly, like CEOs are supposed to do. So my question to you guys as we leave the Money Zone today, this is our first episode, season 2, right? If you want financial freedom, how bad and what are you willing to give up for it? Are you willing to spend 1 hour a week looking at the money? Are you willing to spend 30 minutes a week assessing your spending habits? Are you willing to do that for me just once a month? If you're able to do that, that is the first step to getting control over your finances. So we're in a day and age where all of these minute jobs, what do they call them? Trade labor jobs are going to be wiped out by technology soon. You're going to have robots doing everything. So that means all of us have to now tap into who we really are and who God really made us to be. And if that's you and you know your business is what you're supposed to be doing, then it's time for you to kick it up in high gear, boo. It's time for you to allow your accounting to hold you accountable for your next level. So guys, don't forget to tune in next week, each and every Tuesday on RipRadioNetwork.com. The Money Zone. I'm your host, Folasade. Please follow me on all social media platforms. Folasade, spelled Folasade, the accountant, on all things social media. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my mailing list, bit.ly/Folasade Live. And don't forget, I would love to hear your beautiful voice. Give me a call. Like, my goal is to reduce the small business failure rate and to save the U.S. economy, taxpayers, preferably brown folks, $1 trillion in tax savings, lost revenue. But I can't save you guys $1 trillion collectively if you're not bold enough to give me a call. Because I know 90% of you guys are having problems, but you're just afraid to talk about it. And I'm here, guys. 301-232-5700. Call me next week. And don't forget to subscribe to All Things Social Media, guys. And we are out of here. See you later.